the next gen stats is it's a work in progress. Like all of the stats that are now being provided by the rights holders, because there's a lot of different ways that you can use those stats that people can look at it second, third screen and pre and post and whatever fantasy. And those kinds of things are driving all of that. And it's been a challenge for us to be able to take all of this data and then figure out how to make it work it into a broadcast. I think the guys in the next panel are probably better to speak to this than I. I think Harold's out here someplace and he can talk to that maybe, and the next panel. But it's a work in progress. And, all of a sudden we hook up to something that really does make some sense. Sometimes we do some things that don't and do kind of get in the way because it ends up kind of being an obligation. But eventually it's good information, and it will be good television. I think Harold will probably support that, and he can talk about that some more later. And,
I would also say that statistics of any kind can also be used to validate, or in some cases invalidate, what your talent is saying. So many times you take it on faith that some quarterback always goes to his left, or he's next gen stats and other things like them can bear that out for the numbers. So if you're trying to tell a story and saying, this is something, this is a theme, you can utilize what's actually coming back from the data feed to say, this is what it is. So, I think in that regard, I think it can help the talent. But like you said, it's a work in progress for sure.
Also when you're talking, there's so much data out there, and I know we were just at the winter meetings and we met with a lot of the StatCast guys from BAM who have provided us with so many different metrics, which is unbelievable. And what they're working on the next phase is to contextualize it, because I think that's what's the most interesting for the viewers, when you can compare it to what this guy did versus what someone else did last year, or who's the top 10, and then you can really see a trend and you can understand it better, and it has a lot more meaning.